Do I have to start all over again? For those of you just tuning in, I'm Stephen Yaldoman. I'll just do a quick recap of those on Facebook or YouTube just turning in. I'm Stephen Yaldoman. I'm doing the general manager update here at Blackfoot Crossing. I'm the current general manager of this fine hidden gem of the prairies. And just asking, did you enjoy today's sessions? How were the sessions today? And letting you guys know that we have some new programs coming up here. We have the beading and cooking program and storytelling, and also what they'd like to start in next month in June as well is to start talking about the true enigma of the plains. So enigma, you might be thinking, well, what a fancy word. And we have our own enigma of the plains here, located in Siksika Nation, Alberta, Canada. And these are the Earth Lodge. And how did this come to existence down here at Blackfoot Crossing? And the Earth Lodge is, we've been partnered with the University of Calgary for the past almost a decade now, and doing some archaeological field digs of the Earth Lodge there. And recently they have started giving us their findings, turning over the information that they've gathered and learned there. And it's just so spectacular. We want to start sharing it there. And it's a true enigma of the plains. And you might say, what's the Earth Lodge? Or what is that? It used to be known as the Fortified Village. And but that's kind of a misnomer. There was really nobody was needing to fortify and protect themselves. But the Earth Lodge, the findings in there of what's come out are just fabulous. And I would say personally, this might be some historical changing or perhaps enlightening so many people of our long-standing history here of what we call Canada today and the United States. We actually at Blackfoots don't recognize that border. I don't know why white people came in and put a fence between our backyard and front yard, and now they're saying we got to check in with them when I go barbecue in the backyard. That's strange stuff, but hey, man, that's what white people and the government did, and put that into there. So we actually have evidence of being in this area. And I want to start sharing that evidence here locally, going back to about the 1600s is so far what we have. And we've come across some other evidence from 1,000 years ago of what they call the old woman's phase here. So that started at about 1000 AD. And that went up for about 800 years and roughly ended about 1800s. And so we have some information from the old woman's phase, which goes back 1,000 years of Blackfoots being here in this wonderful, beautiful land that was given to us, and we maintained it as the Lords of the Plains. And that's a good name that we should be bringing back today. We still are the Lords of the Plains. And so I'll be sharing this, the Earth Lodge. Who are these people in the Earth Lodge? In 1875, I believe it was Running Rabbit to Cecil Denny told him it was ancient Blackfoots, our ancestors that lived there. In the early 1900s, as people started talking to the other archaeologists and explorers that came to this area, they told them they were the Crow Mandan, and that they were here for a while, and in the late 1800s, they moved back down south. And when they moved back down south, some of our Blackfoots went with them, one of them being Eagle Ribs, and never to return. So to me, that means we have Blackfoot family down there in Crow going back to are people that left with the crow and returned back home with them at that time. And well, who are these people that lived in this Earth Lodge? We'll discuss that in starting in June, or maybe even before then, and start sharing some of the magnificent findings that have come out of there. We've got evidence of beadwork, manufacturing, and the beads are not that fancy glittery stuff that we see today. They were shells, they were bones, they were very organic items that they used as their beads to adorn themselves, and we'll take a look at that. I know today when people, we talk about traditional outfits making and traditional style of making regalia and that, and everybody goes to quilt work. Well, this stuff is possibly a lot longer than the quilt work. It's beads that were made out of shellfish, dog bones, buffalo bones, just magnificent. And that confirms some of the stories of as the European was expanding this way, and the traders and the first explorers came out here, their descriptions of the Blackfoot people, and especially the men being this really beautiful, well-kept and adorned and very well-kept, beautiful race of people, of which I'm glad to be a part of. And so we also have here, so we'll start discussing that, the Enigma of the Plains, the Earth Lodge, is starting in June. So be sure to register into those programs there. Also, too, we have available for rentals. We have a recording studio, we have an online studio, we have a camera setups and green screens. If you look behind me, you see this wonderful valley picture here of Blackfoot Crossing, and right over here is where the actual crossing used to be, where they would cross. But actually, behind me, this is a green wall, and this is all the illusions of technology showing us here today. This looking like it's a view of the valley behind me. And so we do have that available if you guys would like to come out and book some time slots here for you guys to do your own programs, or maybe you want to save something culturally significant to your family and kind of have that oral record keeping done in a new fashion and form. And so, as always, our Wednesday programs have been free. And if you've been enjoying what you're seeing, think about supporting us here at Blackfoot Crossing. We're finalizing and setting up as a nonprofit for corporate tax deductibles, receipts. So if you would like to take advantage of that, we have that as an opportunity. And others have taken part of our Wednesday live sessions and have just asked about donating, and we're going to have that set up here real shortly. So stay tuned and think about supporting us on an ongoing basis here. And teachers, if you've enjoyed Wednesday and you would like to schedule a private session for your classroom during the rest of the week, maybe Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, contact us at bookings@blackfootcrossing.ca, and or just call into the main line here, and we will look at that with you here and look at scheduling that into there. But Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday will be for a fee. And but as always, you take advantage of Wednesdays and just be filled with that wealth of local indigenous knowledge, of Blackfoot culture, authentic from our own voices. And I just before I finish off here, I wanted to introduce our our members of our communications team here. These are the guys behind the scenes. They're in this room over here on the side. It's a glass partition, and they're the ones making all this stuff here happen here. So first off, I'd like to introduce Davey Jerry. Come in, Davey. Say hello to everybody here, and maybe just give a let them see your face here just quickly, and then. So this is Davey Jerry. He's our main videographer and working here with the live stream. And he's one of the key players here with our virtual sessions. Now, Shade, if you guys could switch off here. And this is the other member of our communication team, Shade Yellow Old Woman. And he's involved with the live stream, the technical, the production, and setting these all up here. So if you've liked what you've seen, we have very capable young people here that are able and willing to help make it a success. What you guys would like to, or what you envision, we could make it a reality. So at this time, if there's any questions or anything with our operations or what's happening here, is there any questions on there? Nothing at all? Okay, well, I'd like to thank you guys all again, and stay tuned for our new programs that we have lined up. And we do have facilities here for recording drum groups. Want to get out your new powwow CD before the next powwow season? Come in. We have a recording studio available here. And that's it for me today. I'm Stephen Yeldwoman, and looking forward to being able to open up Blackfoot Crossing here to the general public and seeing you all again in the near future. Until then, Gatormutz.